Peter Howard is with us, the professor of skiing. There isn't really a professor for skiing, but there is different designations for instructors, and you're highly decorated, aren't you?
Yes, I guess that would be true, Greg.
Tell us a little bit about your experience as a educator here.
Well, when I was hired a long time ago, and it was because of a lady named Farron Fahey, I got hired with some very good other young men and women, and some of them went on to manage Stowe, Vermont, and they went on to the national demo team and things like that, and I kind of followed along in their coattails, and I've had a variety of influences, but anyway, over time, I'm still here. And so along the pathway, you do achieve certain levels of things. And
Designations,
I'm president of the Eastern Division of PSIA. Sometimes that's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. And I'm also an longtime Ed staff member involved in certification of ski instructors. And one of my proudest things is to have been here doing that, training our staff. So I really feel that Sugarloaf has just a fantastically trained staff. I know all of the personnel at the different ski areas around the east at the big ski areas, and Sugarloaf is second to none in that regard. Very proud.
Are you still learning?
Oh yeah, I just went to a thing called the Eastern Team Tryouts. I was a selector there, but part of getting good at this is ripping off and duplicating other people's ideas. And so when we test other coaches or instructors, we hear what they have to say, their good ideas, and I usually carry a little notepad and steal those. And that all makes me better.
Yeah.
And I got to ski with 4 national team members over the last 2 days, and that's awesome too. They're on their way to Levi, Finland for interski, which is like the ski instructors Olympics.
Really?
It doesn't involve just skiers either, by the way. It's boarders and it's adaptive and it's telemark as well. So it's it's where the United States presents its like learning theory and best examples of skiers across the country. So there'll be a team of probably 22 or so people representing the United States there, and of course there'll be about 30 other alpine countries present. So it's a big deal.
Oh, absolutely.
And you get to eat fermented shark and things like that up in Finland.
That's a highlight.
Anyway.
Well, conditions, and you get to eat shark.
Yeah.
Let's talk about here at home. I mean, people can take advantage of the great resource right here. You do private lessons, and as well, the organization offers privates to people as well, right?
Certainly, and you know, that's one of our premier products, and it really can be very beneficial for skiers. You know, it's interesting these days because the skis are so good and the grooming's so good that, you know, kind of anybody that's somewhat athletic can get down most things, and that's a great thing, you know. But it can be so much different and so much better in some ways. And you know, sometimes you get sporty snow conditions, and the little things that aren't apparent on corduroy make a huge difference when there's 8 inches of something or bumps or something like that.
Sporty snow.
Sporty snow. So, you know, there's a saying that, you know, to get a taste for certain snow conditions, you have to eat a little. And,
Andy, did you hear that? Okay.
Anyways, and you know, and the other thing that we can do as experienced professionals is we can guide people about the equipment they pick, and it's both interesting and difficult in a sense because there's so many designs to the skis, the widths, the length, the flex, the camber and so forth, and they're pretty sensitive to what they're made for in a way. And there's some things that work pretty good all around, and there's some things that work really well in certain conditions, but not in others. And you know, it's tempting to buy a ski for the snow you want to ski on, not the snow you have to ski on.
Good point.
Right? So you know, if you're going to have I think almost everybody now needs 3 pairs of skis. You know, you need the wide ones for those just super days. You need the middle of the road ones for every day, and you need the ones that are narrow and sharp for those days.
And then you need something that you can beat up on a muddy day.
Well, yes, that's somebody else's skis. Right?
Somebody else's skis.
Right?
You
It's
are
like-
a funny man this
It's
morning.
like
Yeah.
I sail on OPBs, other people's boats. Right? It's the same logic.
Can I ask you what you ski on?
You mean, well,
What brand?
I ski on Rosignol skis. They've been very nice to me. I think they make a great product. I would say that all the companies make really good stuff, and it's not the skis on the feet, it's the feet on the skis. You know, and this is a great time of year, really, because there's some discounting going on, and
Yeah.
there's going to be some opportunities to pick up some gear. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention, this is sort of completely different, but it's about ski wax. And our shop now sells an organic ski wax. And the stuff that we've been using all our lives has fluorocarbons in it. And you figure maybe 2,000 out of the 8,000 people up here this weekend wax their skis with stuff with fluorocarbons in it. And that all wears off, goes into the watershed, and goes into the Carrabassett River. So I use some of the organic wax, and one good thing about it is it smells good when you put it on.
How's it taste?
And it also, no, I haven't had that opportunity yet, because, you know, but it slides well too, particularly in warmer snow conditions. So this is the time of year that I think that stuff really works well. It's available at our shop.
And it's available at Downhill Supply Company?
You bet.
Yeah. Organic wax. Well, it
Yeah.
makes sense. The
Yeah.
fluorocarbons are nothing good about that.
No,
Other
no.
than, you know,
The trout don't like it.
the trout don't like it, right? It doesn't help them do anything. Well, thanks, Peter. I know you're busy today, and you're going to get out on the hill because you got your boots on too that are Rosignol too.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Thanks,
Thank
Peter.
you, Greg. Thanks for having me on.
Always a pleasure to have
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And